Hey guys, yeah, so today I just really wanted to talk to you guys pretty much the list of things that I actually have in my arsenal. If I had to choose three things to have when it comes with preparing for a litter, it's actually really simple. So the things that I actually really have, let's get right on with it. So is having, let me show you guys, it's having these catheters. So depending on the size, these are actually 3.5s because with me, I like to have the smaller ones, like the 3.5s of the smallest ones, just so that way it's actually more easier for me to put it inside the larynx, not these hot. Whoa, is it larynx? Into the tube to pretty much get into the lungs to inject the milk. So, you know, tube feeding. I hope you guys do your research on tube feeding beforehand, and there's a lot of pros and cons and risks, if I can say that word, risk, when it comes with doing tube feeding. And in a future video, I'll make a video with tube feeding, and you know, there's not a lot of videos that's really informative or really as good and really detailed when it comes with teaching you how to tube feed. But let me just say that when you tube feed, when you put it inside, hold the puppy's head, okay? Just beforehand, just hold the puppy's head. This is the only advice I can give you guys because I don't have a puppy right now. So just hold the puppy's head, make them cry, and if they're crying, the tube is inside their stomach, and instead of the esophagus towards the lungs. So is the esophagus? I'm not really sure. I forgot anatomy terms. So yeah, just make sure it's not in the lungs, because if it's in the lungs and the puppy's crying, the puppy is not gonna be able to cry. So make sure when you're doing tube feeding, just make sure that's in check. Okay. So if I had to have one thing in my arsenal for preparing for a litter, it's catheters. And yeah, I actually bought these on Revival Animal Health. So Revival Animal Health, it's a legit website, guys. It's not a scam. I was kind of like skeptical about it, but I just decided, all right, whatever. I'm just gonna buy it because it seemed cheap, and they are the quality. They are the quality too. The quality catheters too. So you can buy it for like 50 cents each. So instead of going to Amazon and buying the bundle of catheters with syringes, it's better to actually buy the catheters on there, because it's a lot cheaper, because with the bundle there's only like 3 of them, and it costs already like 20 bucks. So 50 cents each for this, and buying syringes is probably gonna cost a little bit more, but you're gonna have so much more when it comes with buying instead of the bundle. And it seems kind of weird, like not buying the bundle and not saving money, but trust me guys, it's better if you just buy it on your own supplies, like individual in bunches, and you save a lot more money. You have more and to be prepared. So if a puppy is sick, you might have to use a different catheter, so that way you don't spread the sickness with that same catheter onto another puppy. So that's the one thing that I would have when it comes with preparing for a litter is catheters. And make sure you have formulated puppy milk too. And I recommend Pet AG is what I use, or Meyerberg goat milk powder or goat milk too. So that's actually what I use. So that's the number one thing that I would have in my arsenal when it comes with breeding, because sometimes my females, sometimes after C-sections, it's really common that they don't make milk instead of having a natural litter, because French bulldogs, 90% of all litters are gonna happen through C-sections. So not to say that French bulldogs can't have natural labors, no, they actually can. But if I had to recommend one item, it would be the catheters. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And then number 2, guys, is having a heat source. So it can be a red heat lamp, or it can be heating pads, or it can be an incubator. With me personally, I invested into an incubator called Pet Breeder 90, and yeah, this thing's pretty cool. I like it. It's pretty cool. And guys, heating source, just be careful. So if you were gonna use let's say for example, you don't have the money for the incubator, it's okay too. Before I've always used red heat lamps and have success with that. So if you're gonna use a red heat lamp, right? Well, you're gonna heat up the whole litter box, okay? like this. Let's say for example, this is a litter box, okay? Where you're gonna heat up a litter box. Make sure only half of it, okay? Make sure only you heat up half of it, okay? Don't heat up the whole thing. Puppies, guys, puppies are smart. Puppies are smart when it comes with their body temp. So when it's all cold, if it's all cold, they all come together and they hug each other and stay warm. When it's all hot, they all disperse away. They all stay solo, like a ranger. They stay solo because it's too hot. I need to stay by myself to, you know, balance it a little bit. So if you're gonna do a heat pad as well, only heat half of it. So half the side is hot, this side is hot, this side is cold. So just make sure you do that. So if I had a, you know, have number 2, if you don't have the mama as a body heat source, use a red heat pad, or not red heat pad, red heat lamp or heat pad. You can do that, or in my case, have an incubator, and sometimes, you know, open the thing up a little bit if I feel like in my gut feeling like it feels a little too hot. I crack it up open a little bit. So everything has its pros and cons, guys. So, and guys, puppies are smart enough to do that. So number 3 that I can say to have is lactator ringers, and like a hydration source for the puppies. So yeah, lactator ringers, guys, I'll show it to you right here. Lactator ringers are pretty much like a hydration resource for puppies. So if a puppy is dehydrated, right, you can check a puppy is dehydrated by pinching their skin up, and if it does not go back down, you know for sure that the puppy is dehydrated. So, and you cannot hydrate a puppy with just regular water and tap water and stuff like that. You can actually kill the puppy or make them more dehydrated. So what I recommend is to actually use lactator ringers with a syringe. And it may seem scary to do that, but trust me, guys, it's more of a benefit to them instead of not doing it at all. So just think of it like giving them like a glass of water, but better, just better. So if I had to use that, I would. So I do have that right now too, and I actually bought it on Chewy for like what, $11 and a couple 30 cents or something like that. So 11 to 20 bucks depending on how much you buy or how big of the bag you buy. So lactator ringers, guys, is what I recommend, and you have to get it approved from your vet too. So this, I think this is what distinguishes us between a backyard breeder compared to a real breeder like me. So so because backyard breeders, I don't think they don't go to vets. They don't got the money to pay for vets, man. They don't want to spend the fucking money to go to the vets, man. Me, I spend a whole lot of money just to make sure my dogs are safe and fine. So if I know something's wrong, I do not know the problem, I send them to the vet. So I always recommend for you guys to go to the vet instead, you know. So yeah, because they're the professionals. So even though I've had some bad experience with vets, I recommend for you guys to go to vets. So if you have a regular vet you go to, try to ask them permission, try to get approved. So I'll show you guys right here when I'm checking out. I have to get approved on Chewy. So there's 3 things they have to fill out, you know, with the patient and stuff like that, and your address and the vet you go to. So yeah, it seems scary to do it, but trust me, it's more of a benefit to have when it comes with hydrating the puppy, and it's a life or death situation for these puppy guys. So alright, guys, so yeah, that's my phone's ringing. I don't know who it is. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the end of this video. I hope you guys got something from it and you guys like this quality. It looks pretty nice. I'm not in my studio right now, so this is actually my new camera. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Like, subscribe, and yeah, peace out, guys. Hope you guys love that. Peace.